Did you know that the black buying power in the US is projected to hit $1.8 trillion by 2025? That's more than the GDP of some countries. Yet, for years, black communities across the nation have been battling against economic inequality, limited access to resources, and underrepresentation in key industries. But guess what? Things are changing. Fast. In today's video, we're diving into the top 10 US cities where black communities are not just surviving, they're thriving and gaining serious economic power. These cities are home to rising black entrepreneurs, thriving businesses, and a growing influence in various sectors from tech to real estate. You won't want to miss this list, especially if you're thinking about relocating or just curious about the future of black economic empowerment in America. Before we get started, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you never miss a video like this. Stay tuned for the full list and some major surprises. Starting off strong with a city that has long been known as a hub for black culture and business, Atlanta. Known as the Black Mecca, Atlanta is home to a rapidly growing number of black entrepreneurs, especially in industries like tech, film, and real estate. Companies like Coca-Cola and Delta have long been based here, but Atlanta is also home to black-owned businesses like Partake Foods and the Honey Pot. But here's the thing, Atlanta's success isn't all roses. As the city grows, so do the challenges. Gentrification is pushing out long-time residents, and affordable housing has become a real issue. This is something to keep in mind if you plan on moving here. You might want to act fast before your favorite neighborhood gets taken over by trendy coffee shops and overpriced lofts. So while Atlanta offers amazing opportunities, make sure you're doing your research on housing costs and consider how gentrification might impact your community. But if you're looking for a city with thriving black businesses, this is a top contender. Next up is Washington, D.C. The capital of the U.S. isn't just the political epicenter, it's also a powerhouse for black business owners. Black Washingtonians are making waves in sectors like education, law, and technology. In fact, the D.C. metro area is home to one of the highest concentrations of black professionals in the country. The downside? Washington, D.C. has one of the highest costs of living in the nation. Rent prices in some parts of the city are enough to make your jaw drop. Gentrification is also a concern here, with neighborhoods that were once predominantly black now seeing a shift in demographics. But on the flip side, the city's policy landscape is incredibly supportive of black-owned businesses. Imagine paying your rent and still having to do a little dance when your bank account says you're down to your last few dollars. DC might leave your wallet light, but it's heavy on opportunities. If you're thinking about moving here, make sure you've got a solid financial plan. DC might not be cheap, but it could be the ideal place to grow your career or business if you're willing to put in the work. Now let's head to the Lone Star State, Houston. Known for its diversity and booming energy sector, Houston is a city where black communities are taking the lead in industries like healthcare, construction, and energy. The city is also home to several influential black organizations like the Greater Houston Black Chamber of Commerce. However, Houston's rapid growth means the cost of living is on the rise, especially when it comes to housing in sought-after neighborhoods. And let's not forget the city's vulnerability to natural disasters, particularly hurricanes, which can disrupt businesses and communities. Picture this. You've got your business growing, you're making moves, and then, boom, a hurricane blows through, leaving you with more than just a bad hair day. It's something to keep in mind when planning your long-term success in Houston. Prepare for the unexpected, whether it's a storm or a sudden shift in the economy. But with Houston's booming job market and growing black business scene, it's a city full of promise if you play your cards right. Next on our list is Detroit. Often stereotyped for its economic struggles, Detroit is undergoing an incredible transformation. The Motor City is becoming a hotbed for black entrepreneurship, especially in the arts, tech, and manufacturing sectors. The city's revival is being driven by black business owners who are reinvesting in their communities and reshaping the future of the city. That said, Detroit still faces significant challenges like high crime rates, underfunded schools, and infrastructure issues. It's a city in transition, which means there's still a lot of work to be done. If you've ever heard someone say, "You've got to build the city back up brick by brick," Detroit is living proof. It's like a phoenix rising, but without the fire hazard. If you're looking for a city with potential and are okay with being part of its rebuild, Detroit could be your next big move. Just be prepared for the challenges of a city in transformation. Moving south to Charlotte, North Carolina. This city is often overlooked, but it's emerging as a hub for Black wealth creation, especially in finance and real estate. Charlotte has a growing number of Black professionals and entrepreneurs who are building wealth and making their mark on the city's economy. The downside here is that Charlotte's rapid growth is bringing its own set of problems, namely, gentrification and traffic congestion. As the city becomes more attractive, it also becomes more expensive. Let's just say, if you're driving around Charlotte at rush hour, you might end up taking a detour through someone else's patience. But hey, the growth here is worth it. Charlotte offers big opportunities for Black professionals, but be aware of the rising costs and heavy traffic. Plan accordingly, and make sure you're positioning yourself for the long-term success this city offers. Raleigh is another North Carolina city that's gaining attention for its Black economic power. This tech hub is rapidly expanding, and its Black population is leading the charge in tech, healthcare, and education. It's a city where innovation is alive, and Black talent is being recognized more than ever. However, the tech boom in Raleigh also means competition for jobs is fierce. And while the city's overall cost of living is lower than other tech hubs like Silicon Valley, housing costs are on the rise. Imagine trying to get into a tech startup here, and the only thing more competitive than the job market is the parking spot right by the office. But don't worry, there's room for everyone if you know where to look. Raleigh is a great place for tech-savvy entrepreneurs, but be ready to hustle to stand out. The city's growth means you'll have to keep up with the pace, but the rewards could be huge. From Atlanta's entrepreneurial ecosystem to Raleigh's booming tech scene, these cities are proof that Black communities are not only surviving, they're thriving and changing the economic landscape of America. Whether you're looking to start a business, grow your career, or invest in a city with long-term potential, these cities should definitely be on your radar. What do you think? Are you already living in one of these cities, or are you considering making the move? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you found this video helpful. You won't want to miss the next one. And remember, the future of Black economic empowerment is bright, and it's happening now. Stay informed, stay empowered, and we'll see you in the next video.